Yo, what's up everyone, Mega here, and today we're gonna talk about the 1.22 version patch notes, which are gonna be released today. The patch is hitting live today. By the time I'm recording this, the patch isn't live yet, sadly, and today I won't be able to, I won't be home, so I won't be able to actually upload any content of the new patch. I'm gonna do it tomorrow in the weekend for sure. So first thing first, it's the new tutorial and training alongside the arena. I hope you guys have checked out the Ubisoft trailer about this. Is very well done, probably explains this much better than I could ever hope to, so go check it out if you haven't. So to sum this up, this new content is going to bring 4 different sections, let's say. Training arena is an arena. It's kind of like a proper training mode. If you played other fighting games, you can set the opponent to do certain moves over and over again, a certain group of moves. So for example, you want the Highlander to go offensive stance and then use this kick mix-up. You can do it, you can learn how to react to it and interrupt it in many ways. You can also set the opponents, this is very interesting to me, to actually, I think it's displayed here somewhere, to actually behave in a meta way. So I would expect Highlander, yeah, to go for the mix-up and Warden to go for Vortex maybe. Alongside these, they're also introducing Apprentice trials and Warrior trials. Both of these are kind of like some tests, let's say, where you are guided throughout different game mechanics. So Apprentice trials will be core mechanics such as blocking and attacking. Warrior trials will be a little more advanced mechanics such as parrying, baiting and feinting, stuff like that. And lastly, we have training media, which is pretty much all of those footage gameplay videos where you're actually taught about modes or anything, I don't know, faction war, how Dominion works, or a specific hero tutorial. These were kind of already in the game, so you're probably familiar with it. So of course we get the new 3 arenas, the Ring for the Knights, the Pit for the Viking and the Sanctuary for the Samurais. And these 3 arenas are gonna be available of course in the arena mode and in duel, matchmaking duel and matchmaking brawl mode. And this is very interesting to me because of course being an arena in brawl is gonna push forward that real brawl gameplay. I'm not gonna go over small changes. For example, we have an asset preview here which will allow us to actually check what's in a bundle properly rather than just reading it. These are very small changes. You can check the full list of course yourself. I'm gonna leave a link to it in the description below. Let's go to gear stats improvements. So the developers observed that attack, defense and damage penetration gear stats were overperforming. They were too good and too good to pass up, you know. Pretty much every build would revolve around those stats. They consequently decided to nerf the max bonus of these stats, so it goes, for example, max bar of attack goes from 30% to 22%, and of course the rest is reduced proportionally. So if you had, I don't know, 12% probably goes to 10% or something like that. And they also decided to decrease the maximum penalty for having the bar or negative. So basically these stats are worse to have on max, worse to have, and basically not so bad to not have, you know. They're kind of encouraging different setups, different gear stats to shine, and I'm pretty interesting to see how this will play out. I'm not really following gear stats much at all lately, so I'm sure other people are gonna make interesting deduction from this. We also finally get the option, this has been requested for a long time from the community, to actually bind controller buttons to different buttons. So for example, say you don't like the X button on Xbox controller to be guard break, you want it on LB, you can do it now without the use of any external software, which people were forced to use before this change. So we finally get to the fighter section, and we had some balancing. It's mostly bug fixes though, but I'm really interested in the small balancing changes, and the first one of course is finally the back dodge nerf. So as we all know, back dodge has been way too strong on some heroes. For example, assassins could pretty much escape anything but just back dodging away. You had, for example, I don't know, Berserker or Peacekeeper wailing on you with their very fast attacks, running out of stamina, and who cares, we're just gonna back dodge away from all of your mix-up. Poor Warden. So what the developers basically did is normalize all back dodges to be the same distance and same recovery. So all back dodges are going to be 1 and 65 meters, and they're all gonna have the same recovery at 1100 milliseconds, which they all also can be cancelled a little earlier if you perform another action at 800 milliseconds. We also get some little changes to deflect, so deflect can now probably deflect more like multi-hit moves, for example Berserker Zone in the example. So I'm really curious to see how this will actually play out. I'm really curious to see, for example, a Peacekeeper deflecting 4 very quick the Berserker Zone hit in a row, like chin 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 chin. I don't know how that's gonna look, honestly. This one is very interesting. It's sort of a bug fix. We made some under the hood changes that should fix the problem where assassins were unable to block fast chains properly. This problem was most often experienced against the Aramusha's light chain. So I really hope this is going to fix most of the problems or all of the problems with Reflex Guard, like guaranteeing some attacks and some stuff like that. So we have more bug fix, and I find, oh yeah, this is pretty good. Conqueror will now not whiff his Shield Bash light anymore, supposedly, and very thankfully for this. I never understood why sometimes you Shield Bash and you go for the light and it just whoosh and doesn't hit. And I think this one is very interesting. I also titled the video based on this. So, Lawbringer bug fix fixed an issue that caused the knock and off with their head executions to make the opponent fall off ledges too soon. But the thing is, we don't have the off with their head executions, so hopefully they're working on new executions. I'm sure they are, and thankfully enough, it will look like finally Lawbringer gets a decapitating execution. I've been waiting for this for a long time, man. So Zerk also gets a little nerf on his Slashing Rush and Zone Attack. Slashing Rush should be the backward zone, if I recall correctly. I'm very thankful for the Zone Attack nerf, because I thought Berserker Heavy Punish with the zone was way overtuned, despite the stamina cost. There is some more changes here. I don't really understand, honestly. They are saying that they're delaying a little from 100 milliseconds the side light openers hit and block recoveries. I'm not sure what this means. Maybe I don't play Zerk and I never checked this moveset list name, so maybe some of you can help me out to understand what this actually means. So we got more bug fixes. Shugoki doesn't regen any health from Demon Embrace if the target is killed while he's about to hug it. And finally we get to, oh well, Shinobi, right. Shinobi backward strafe speed has been reduced by 30%. This is pretty much the same with Gladiator, I believe. Yeah, Gladiator a little less. This goes in tandem with the, is coupled with the back dodge nerf to avoid that instead of just back dodging, they can just back walk away, like, I don't know, Michael Jackson or something. Finally, Centurion, some love for Centurion. Centurion health has been increased to 120 from 110. I always advocated this. I never understood why Centurion had such low health with that armor and, I don't know, lower health than Peacekeeper, I believe. He also has some bug fixes here and there. For example, his left light now properly does 15 damage instead of 10. I never understood why there was a thing to begin with. Someone pointed this out in the comment section of one of my Centurion videos. Otherwise, I would have never thought like the left light would do less damage than top and right light. So yeah, it was a bug, as we can all see. And he also gets a new light into heavy combo. Now this is pretty nice. It's not gonna be game breaking, but the fact that he can go into heavy a little earlier should be of little help to him. However, this kind of actually led to an infinite combo, which is gonna be, sadly I believe, released tomorrow. Hopefully it's gonna be patched very soon, where you can now, I don't know, probably chain a fully charged pin, fully charged jab into light, into fully charged unblockable, into pin again, and over again to just destroy all of your health altogether. Let's hope people don't over abuse this and whatever. Let's hope it gets patched very soon. And yes, this is so good. Finally, Highlanders, both running attack and zone attack, are gonna be better at clearing minions. This was one of my major complaints about Highlander. Honestly, it never made sense to me that you have this huge big sword cleaving through minions and some of them are just like, huh, yeah man, nice sword man. And yeah, that finally is gonna be able to clear minions as good as it should be. We also get some little changes to bear traps, which is not just gonna stop you right in place. So for example, we have bear traps here. I'm gonna use the pen drive again, just like yesterday's videos. Bear trap here, you get thrown, I don't know, you get thrown at super speed and then bear trap just stops you. This time you're gonna retain some momentum. So for example, if there is a ledge here, you're gonna go bear trap on down, still gonna move a little and fall down and die. So we got more bug fix, more some fixes on some maps. For example, the where is it? Oh no, that's in the sound section. The Forge map introduction was too loud. Stand clear! And you know that. And finally, we got some more bug fixes. I'm not gonna go, as I said, all through them. You can check the patch notes yourself if you want. Link in the description. As I said, I hope you enjoyed this pretty short and concise video. And as I said, I'm gonna get some gameplay of the new patch tomorrow. Hopefully, for sure, on this weekend, you're gonna see at least a couple videos of the new patch. I hope you enjoyed the video again. Have a good day, and I will see you all next time.